After 2001: A Space Odyssey, something shifted in the world of sci-fi. As the idealism of the 60s gave way to the cynicism of the 70s, shaped by the end of the hippie era, the Vietnam War, and post-Watergate disillusionment, filmmakers began exploring darker visions of the future, worlds grappling with environmental collapse, failed utopias, and societal decay. Here are 10 films from this era that may not have reached the fame of Star Wars or Superman, but are must-sees for any sci-fi fan. 14 years before The Terminator, Colossus: The Forbin Project explores a chilling tale of technology taking control. Confident engineer Dr. Charles Forbin persuades the US government to let his powerful computer, Colossus, control the nuclear arsenal. However, Forbin's pride quickly turns to horror when Colossus connects with a Soviet counterpart, leading the two machines to decide that humanity needs correcting to ensure peace. Phase 4 is the only film directed by legendary graphic designer Saul Bass, known for collaborations with icons like Alfred Hitchcock, Stanley Kubrick, and Martin Scorsese. This sci-fi thriller takes a unique twist on survival as a group of scientists becomes trapped by hyper-intelligent ants in a desert lab. Far from a standard creature feature, the film's tone is eerie and surreal, with the ants' true goal emerging: to colonize humanity itself. Bass's original ending, a surreal 4-minute montage showing a world ruled by ants, was cut by distributors. Lost for decades, the sequence resurfaced in 2012 and was restored by the Academy Film Archive. Murderous cowboy robots. What more could a sci-fi fan ask for? In a futuristic resort, wealthy tourists indulge in lifelike theme parks where robots cater to their every whim until a malfunction sends the androids on a deadly rampage. Directed by Michael Crichton, Westworld, 1973, was ahead of its time, pioneering CGI and predicting the rise of computer viruses. The film's dark themes would go on to inspire classics like RoboCop and Blade Runner. Imagine H.G. Wells chasing Jack the Ripper through modern-day San Francisco. Sounds wild, right? That's the unique premise of Time After Time. Directed by Nicholas Meyer, who cleverly reimagined classic characters like Sherlock Holmes in The 7% Solution, this film mixes thriller, romance, and a dash of dark humor. In the story, H.G. Wells has built a time machine intending to visit a utopian future. But his plans take a dark turn when Jack the Ripper steals the machine to escape to 1979. Nicholas Roeg's The Man Who Fell to Earth, 1976, defies typical sci-fi conventions with its unique, raw style. David Bowie stars as Thomas Jerome Newton, a red-haired alien who arrives on Earth to find water for his dying planet. Newton quickly amasses a fortune through high-tech patents, but becomes distracted from his mission by earthly pleasures, including a romance with an elevator operator and an obsession with American television. In Dark Star, John Carpenter and Dan O'Bannon's low-budget space comedy follows 4 astronauts as they drift through space, eliminating unstable planets to make solar systems habitable. Along the way, they're mostly dealing with boredom and quirky mishaps. An inflatable alien ball torments one astronaut, a computerized bomb questions its own purpose, and a frozen crew member still wonders about the LA Dodgers. The Andromeda Strain, Robert Wise's adaptation of Michael Crichton's novel, serves as an early precursor to the biohazard thrillers that have occasionally infected multiplexes over the past 20 years. When a fallen satellite brings back a deadly spore, codename Andromeda, that could wipe out humanity, a team of scientists must contain it or face extinction. Germaphobes, beware. Imagine a movie that truly has it all, if all means Bruce Dern as a wild-eyed, space-bound environmentalist, chatting with bunnies, fiercely tending his greenhouse, and playing poker with droids. This was the directorial debut of visual effects legend Douglas Trumbull, who created Silent Running as a darkly funny environmental fable. An offbeat cult classic, it even inspired Star Wars with its charming, quirky droids. Director Richard Viktorov's Moscow-Cassiopeia launches a Soviet sci-fi trilogy where young cosmonauts embark on a long journey to a distant planet. The mission requires the crew to be no older than 14, as it will take 2 decades to reach their target planet. However, an unexpected boost in the spaceship's speed brings them to the Cassiopeia constellation while they're still children. This trilogy continues with Teens in the Universe, 1975, and To the Stars by Hard Ways, 1980. Banned and censored in several countries, Shivers marked David Cronenberg's first major step into body horror. After a scientist in a luxury apartment complex murders a young woman and then himself, investigators find he'd been experimenting with deadly parasites. Dr. Roger St. Luke and Nurse Forsyth, both living in the building, discover that the parasites are loose, attacking residents and turning them into erotically obsessed zombies who spread the infection through violent encounters.